Hello everyone, I'm Divya, your math facilitator. In this video, I've come up with the strategy video which you all are waiting for to prepare for your board exams. So, with this video will help you to score more than 80% in your board exams. And trust me, I'm talking about an average student. If you're an average student, if you have not started studying yet, then even if you start now, you'll score 80%. More than 80%, and that's my promise. So, only thing you need to do is follow the timetable which I'm giving you, and the timetable is not going to be like a timetable wherein I'm asking you to sit for 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours a day and study. No, not at all. So it's going to be a very basic and practical timetable which you all can follow. And I know, if you have not even studied till 1 hour till yesterday, so you're not a student who have been studying at least 1 hour a day. So it's impossible if I ask you to study for 8 hours a day just because the exams are coming. It's impossible because your brain is not trained for that, isn't it? So the timetable is going to be very practical, okay, very genuine, which you all can follow and score more than 80%, right? And it's really unique from all the strategies which you get in YouTube. Okay, so let me start the video, let me start the strategy. And before making the timetable, we need to know few things which are like, teaser. Okay, I can call before the movie, it's like a teaser which you all should know, right? So let's start those points first, and then I'll take you through the timetable. Okay, strategy and the timetable, actual action plan, right? So this video is going to be very important for you, and the other class students also, you can see the video and you can, prepare your timetable accordingly, right? So let's get started, and don't miss out even a single second of the video. This video is going to be really important for you, right? And chalo. So the as I told you, this is a teaser. So before watching the movie, you need to know what are the things, what is the gist of the movie, isn't it? So that you'll get by the teaser. So here, before getting into the action plan, you should know why you have to make an action plan, okay, and how you should make it, right? And I know your schools have started, so you cannot study for 8 hours, 10 hours, and as I told you, your brain also won't support you to study. So we are going to make an action plan accordingly, okay, according to your school timings and according to your self-study timings, right? So yeah, here is the first point. So the first point is, you will have to understand the importance of marks. Now, when I say you will have to understand the importance of marks, I'm talking about, you will have to understand that the marks which you are having now, the marks memo which you will have now, okay, it's really important. The class 10 marks memo which you have will be with you for your entire life. Okay, even the final degree memo is not so important as class 10 memo. For everything, class 10 memo is really important, and wherever you go, you will have to mention your class 10 marks. Okay, the fact that this year is a corona year, okay, I'm just naming it as a corona year. So your schools have disturbed you, you didn't get your regular education, but after 5 years, when you take the same memo and go for interview, no one is going to say, understand the point that acha, these students are from the corona batch students, so they don't have their schools, that is the reason their marks are less. No one is going to understand this point, no one will even think this point. Everyone will just look at the marks and conclude that acha, the student is of this level. So let's not happen this, okay, let's not let this happen. So let's plan our studies accordingly and understand the importance of your marks, understand the importance of your memo. Okay, your memo is really important, right? Yes, give me 1 second. Yes, your memo is really important. So understand why is it important, and understand that you're going to carry it for your entire life. Though you don't have your schools, though you don't have anything, but no one is going to affect with your marks. Not you, not your school, neither me. No one is going to be affected with your marks. Okay, we will see your marks this year. Acha, okay, they got this. Next year the new batch comes, and we will move on to the new batch. But you are the person who will be holding your memo in your hand for your entire lifetime. So understand the importance. right? And if you have not started your preparation yet, no problem, not at all a problem. You will start your preparation from Monday, okay, this Monday, and I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, even if you start your preparation from this Monday, you'll score more than 80%. Trust me on this, right? So the next important point which you have to remember is you will have to know your syllabus. As you all know, 30% of syllabus is reduced. Okay, 30% of syllabus is reduced. So you will not prepare this 30%. There are some genius students who also study this 30% syllabus, but which you will not get even a single question from this 30% syllabus in your examination. So please don't waste your time. Now, this is not the time which you will waste on this 30% syllabus, which is not important or not even necessary for your board exams. So just eliminate this 30% syllabus. Okay, have your syllabus with you and eliminate this 30% syllabus, because you will be wasting a lot of time in this 30% syllabus if you keep learning this 30%. So remove this 30% so that you can concentrate completely on the questions which you will definitely get in your board exams, the syllabus which is there for your board exams. Okay, so only concentrate on the 70% syllabus which is given by the government. Okay, so that is the reason it is very important for you to know the syllabus. When you are sitting to learn, you should know whether this particular syllabus, whether this particular concept is there in your syllabus or not. Okay, only then you'll start learning. So before anything else, before going to actual action plan from Monday, so you will have to know your syllabus, right? So that you don't have to always, whenever you study, you should not get it out, acha, is this question there in the syllabus or not, should I study it or not? So thinking, in this thinking itself, you will waste 15 to 20 minutes. So don't do that. Pre-plan is always necessary and it is required. Okay, so knowing your syllabus is very important. So if you don't know your syllabus, I will make a video on the syllabus. Okay, you will get it on Monday. Okay, video on the syllabus, you will get it on Monday. So if, in case if you don't know it also, it's no problem, we'll do it on Monday, right? And you will make a timetable. Now, how to make a timetable, I'll tell you. So you will make a timetable accordingly. The timetable can be flexible. Okay, so you can make your timetable flexible. So, some may be interested to studying in the morning, some may want to study in the evening. So it always depends on you, like how your brain is trained to study. So make your timetable accordingly. Okay, according to your situations, according to your I can call it as your the kind of training which you gave to your brain. Okay, so some students may not even get up in the morning, so they even if they get up, their brain may not work properly. So I just don't want you to, sit, hold your book and sit. Holding your book and sitting is not counted as study. Okay, so the number of hours I'm giving, these hours are, you will study with concentration, full of concentration. So it's not that you will just hold your book and sit and you will say that I studied for 1 hour. Not at all. So even if you are holding your book for the entire 24 hours, we will not count it as a study. Only when you definitely when you sit and when you put in your full concentration without any diversion and distraction, that particular time is counted as your study time, right? So understand the difference. So not just having your book in your hand, but you should actually be studying it with utmost concentration, right? So and accordingly we will prepare the timetable. Okay, and announce the timetable. Now, what is the meaning of announcing the timetable? So always we all have that one person who is our role model, or that one person whom we feel is really, we are answerable for that person. Okay, for example, it may be our mother. Okay, so you might think that you are answerable for your mother. Some students, some might think that they are answerable to their father, isn't it? So whomever you think that you are answerable, whomever you think that acha, if I tell my timetable to this particular person, it will be useful, so do tell to that person. Let it be your sister or brother or even friends also. So there might be a gang of friends, okay, 2 or 3 friends who always have a healthy competition with each other. So announce your timetable to your friends also. Okay, so that what happens by announcing this timetable, your friends, knows your timetable, and they will ask you whether you have completed this topic or not. Yes, and even if they don't ask you, subconsciously you will feel that today I have to complete this topic, and I even told her or him that I will complete this according to my timetable, but I did not do it. So subconsciously your mind will be telling you that you need to complete your responsibility because someone else is also on you, they are watching you, they know your timetable. So you will be a fool if you have just made the timetable and if you're not implementing it. If understanding. Okay, so do announce your timetable to your friends or brother or sister or mother. Okay, so that even if in case if you're distracted or diverted, they will remind you that, Alright, today you did not study according to your timetable, so you have to study. Getting my point? Okay, and extrinsic motivation you will get, so from external factor, from some person you'll get a motivation to study, and intrinsically also, internally also, you will feel that I am responsible, I have already announced it to so and so person, so I will have to study, because if I don't complete this topic they may ask me again. Okay, so this is really really important step which I tell you. Okay, because why is it important? Now after seeing this video, 20% of you make the timetable, only 10% of you follow for the next 1 week. Okay, now next second week only 5% follows. Okay, so making the timetable is very easy, but following it is very difficult. So to help you follow the timetable, this step is really really important. So do announce your timetable, do announce your timetable, let it be for one person or two persons, do announce it, right? And the most important point is, don't waste any more time. Okay, so please don't waste any more time, don't waste your time on social media, don't waste your time on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter. And also please avoid yourself from all these, don't see Big Boss and all. Okay, so avoid all your time from all the reality shows, avoid your time from all the movies. So don't spend any time on any entertainment activities. Okay, entertainment, take it in some other way. And if you have to take entertainment, go for a short videos. Okay, which will not eat lot of your time. Okay, so don't go for a entertainment which will take your entire day or half of a day. Okay, so you don't have to take such a long entertainment, so just go for a short 15-minute video which entertains you. Okay, I'm not asking you to completely refrain yourself from doing anything, I'm not asking you to just become a sannyas and only study. Okay, if you do that, because you were not doing it all these days, if you start doing that, then you will become mad. Okay, I'm being very practical. You will become mad and you'll feel very stressed up. So don't do that. If you want some entertainment, please take that entertainment, but then get back to studies very quickly, right? And a disclaimer, stay positive. Okay, there are many people around you who will be negative. Now even when you're watching this video, there will be many people who will be beside you telling, Acha, all these videos, you will just see it, no, you cannot follow. And even if you make the timetable, you will never follow anyway, you will never study, and even if you study, you will not score good. So all these negativity, please put it away. If you cannot avoid it, at least don't take it to your mind and heart. Okay, just stay positive, just listen to what your heart says, just prepare your mind in such a way that you will have to achieve 80%. That's it. Okay, stay positive. This negativity will be in the world forever, so don't just be carried away for it by it. Okay, and here comes the strategy. So the strategy is, you will have a tough subject, you will have a easy subject, and you'll have maths every day. Okay, now I am not naming the tough subject because some students may feel physics is tough, some may feel social is tough, some may feel bio is tough. So I'm not naming the subject as such, but maths you will have to do it daily, because maths, if you don't practice it, though you know the concept, though you know the problem, but if you're not practicing it, then there are many chances that you will do a mistake. Here the theory subjects, even if you don't practice it, so once a reading again, once a revision again, you will do it correctly. Okay, so maths every day you will do, and you will do one tough subject and one easy subject. The best part is physics and biology are together now, because you have only 6 papers, isn't it? So physics and biology are together, so you can have a chance of using the choice. Okay, in the question paper you'll definitely have 50% choice, so you can happily use it, right? So to use that choice also, firstly you will have to prepare, isn't it? So this plan is going to work a lot. And you will have a subject and a language. Okay, as I told you, one tough subject and a easy one, and you plan it in such a way that you will have definitely a subject and a language combination. Okay, why a subject and a language? Subject is always conceptive. Okay, language is, you will not have to, put in so much of your brain on the language, but language is scoring. Okay, if you ignore the languages, your final score will go down. So please don't ignore your languages. Language, every day little time you will have to give for your language. Okay, I'll tell you how much time and how to give. Don't worry. And previous year questions are really important. Why are they important? Because now this year you don't even have your schools, so the knowledge which you are getting is also very limited. So now you might have learned that particular concept, but you don't know how the question might be asked. And always in board exams there will be a little twist in the question. It will not be directly from your textbook, isn't it? So at least the minimum twist they can give you is they will at least change the numbers, isn't it? So you must be prepared for that. So it's not that the exact question will be copied, right? They may change a small number, they may change a situation. Okay, the question, the concept is same, just the situation is changed. So to know all this, you will have to practice the previous year questions. And the important point is self analysis and self testing. So always doing all this night. Okay, after all your work, you sit and analyze yourself whether you have followed the timetable today or not. If you have followed your timetable today, is there anything which is lagging? So someday it may happen that the concept is very small, very easy, you have already learned it, so you will revise it very quickly. Someday it may happen that the concept is little lengthy, it is new concept, so instead of 1 hour you're taking 1.5 hours. It's okay, it's okay, it happens with everyone. Okay, so you will just analyze yourself whether you were able to complete today's task, or is it pending for tomorrow. If it is pending for tomorrow, then where should you give that extra little time, half an hour or 1 hour? Where do you want to give that extra time? Okay, and you will analyze, did I utilize my time? Okay, the entire day, did I utilize my time efficiently? Okay, did I waste my time anywhere? You will definitely analyze this before going to bed. Okay, so analyzing this, what happens is you will understand, while wasting the time you may not realize that you are wasting your time. Okay, so I may be studying, my mother is calling me, so I went there. So while passing through the TV, through the hall, I will see that there is some interesting movie going on, and I'll just sit and I'll watch that movie, and half an hour gone, then I'll realize that acha, I have to study, and I'll move. So night when I sit and when I rewind all this, so I understand that I have wasted half an hour there without realizing. So next day when the same situation comes, I will not do that. Okay, so my mind will be conscious, and it tells me, Divya, no, yesterday also you wasted half an hour in this way, so go back to studies. Understood? So self analysis is really important to identify your mistakes and not repeat the same mistakes again. Okay, and testing here means testing your subject. Okay, so always whenever you're learning, whenever you're revising is not only important. Revise, practice, and you will have to test. Okay, you will have to test yourself. Okay, so here testing again, I'm telling you, so there are many students who write the test. Okay, please make it a habit of writing, because most of you have lost your writing habit, and in examination you will have to write for 3 hours. So learn your answer, write it. Okay, when you're writing it, so don't throw your book to your elder sister or brother or mother or father and ask them to check. So it happens with many students, you will just write it and you'll throw it, check karo, check my book, you'll throw it and you'll go for play. Don't do that. You sit, if you're writing your examination, it is your responsibility to sit and self evaluate. You will self check your answer. Okay, when you're checking your answer by yourself, you will identify some mistakes. Okay, you will identify some mistakes. Now when you are identifying the mistakes on your own, there is only 20% chance that you will repeat the same mistakes again. Okay, so 80% chances are that you don't repeat the same mistakes again, because you are identifying it by yourself. If someone else is identifying your mistakes for you, then there is hardly any chance that you don't repeat. So you will always repeat the same mistake, so don't do that. So if you're writing the test, sit and check by yourself. Okay, so that you will not repeat the mistakes next time. Clear with this? Now let's get into the action plan. Okay, so the action plan is now February 15th. So as I told you, from Monday we will start. So these 2 days, February 13 and 14, these 2 days, so whatever school homework you have, school projects you have, let it be any incomplete task related to your school, you'll complete in these 2 days. Sit and complete in these 2 days whatever incomplete task you have related to your school, because school is also really important, isn't it? Now I'm not asking you to leave your school like the other YouTubers do. Okay, so school is important. Complete your school task whichever is there in these 2 days, right? And February 15 to 28, you have 13 days, but I'm considering only 10 days. Okay, so because these are the initial days, okay, you are just starting your study right now. So sometimes it may happen you will miss 1 or 2 days, you may not study properly. Yes, so I'm reducing the days, let it be only 10 days. Okay, so three days let us keep as a grace period. Okay, so if you miss any day you can cover it, right? And March 1st to March 30, March 31st you have, isn't it? So let's make it only 30 days. Okay, and April 1st to April 20, only April 20 I'm taking. Let's make it 20 days. Okay, so total how many days you have? You have 60 days. Okay, so here 10 days I'm taking, 3 days plus 3 days you have extra, here plus 1 day you have extra, and here I'm taking 20 days. So here 3 days extra because you are just starting your study, so there are chances of missing more. Here 1 day extra is sufficient in case if you are sick or ill, and here April there is no chance, you cannot even take a leave, so 20 days you have to work. So after April 20 we will keep the time for revision, right? So that's how the action plan is, and I'll tell you the timetable of how to follow. Okay, so let's make a daily timetable. Okay, so daily or a weekly timetable, daily or a weekly timetable is enough. Please don't go for a monthly timetable, because students make monthly timetable and they will not follow it. Okay, so do make a weekly timetable, and if you are not following the weekly timetable you will understand where you are lagging, so next week you can make the necessary changes. Okay, don't go for a monthly timetable, go for a weekly timetable. In the weekly timetable, okay, weekly timetable is you will plan which concepts to cover. In the daily timetable, so these are the breakage of how number of hours you should have. Okay, so 1 hour you keep it for max. Okay, 1 hour you keep it for max. And in this 1 hour, suppose many students they cannot study for 1 hour continuously. So if you cannot study with concentration for 1 hour, don't study. So take a break in between. Okay, take a 5 minute quick break in between. Okay, so make it a half an hour and half an hour study, and with a 5 minute quick break. In this 5 minutes, please don't open your social media. So what you'll do is in this 5 minutes, go drink some water, have a little walk, and come back. Okay, so that is the 5 minute break, right? So do this, and half an hour please give it for your language. Okay, half an hour give it for your language. Language is like English, Hindi, and Telugu. Okay, half an hour is enough. Every day, half an hour give it for your language. Okay, and 1 hour give it for your science. Okay, 1 hour is for science. That means 1 hour I am doing physics. Okay, next day we'll do biology. Okay, so again half an hour give it for maths, and 1 hour give it for social. The plan will be in this way. So this you try to take it for a morning session. Okay, try this for a morning session. Morning 1 hour max, you try to have morning 1 hour max. Okay, so morning you'll have 1 hour study of max. Now evening when you come after your school, when you come home, refresh yourself, do eat little, then sit for studying. Okay, when you sit for studying, so first 1 hour take physics. Okay, evening, this is evening timetable. First 1 hour take physics, right? So after taking physics, have a break here. Okay, so half an hour you take this language here. Okay, after physics take this language here, half an hour, so that your mind refreshes. Then go for social. Okay, and then lastly, once whatever max morning you have done, so have a small test over it, or watch a small video. Okay, or you can revise your concept in some way or the other. So half an hour again you have your max. Okay, so the order is morning you will have max 1 hour. Okay, evening you will have physics, then you will have this language, then you will have this social, and again max. So I am keeping in such a way that one difficult subject, one easy subject you will get. Okay, and your mind should always have a shift. And if you are not able to concentrate on one complete hour, take a break, half an hour. In half an hour, take a break of 5 minutes, come back to study. Okay, so that is how you do, right? And in this between also, so here 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour you have, I'll write here. So first 1 hour morning session, 1 hour you will have max. Okay, now evening session you will have here, so 1 hour you will have physics. Okay, so in this 1 hour again you will take a 5 minute break, and then you will have half an hour language. Okay, suppose if you are not taking a break in this 1 hour physics, so here you take a 5 minute break, right? Have this half an hour language, and then you will have 1 hour social. Okay, and take a little break and have half an hour max. Okay, or you can have your dinner here and then have max at the end, and you can go to sleep. Okay, that is the reason I'm telling you the timetable is flexible according to your timings. Okay, so breaks, where do you want, how do you want to plan, that is completely your wish, because it is you who are going to study. So it depends on your mind. So you see till which time are you able to concentrate, and study only when you are able to concentrate completely. If you're not able to concentrate completely, just holding the book and sitting will not help you anything. Okay, so study only when you are able to concentrate. If you're not able to concentrate, get up, take a quick break, come back and sit for studying. Okay, so this is the plan. So every day, daily 4 hours of study you're getting. Okay, so don't burden yourself. You don't have to study 8 and 10 hours. This is not a IAS examination. It's a class 10 board examination. So 4 hours every day will help you, and it's a 60-day plan, right? And in this way make a weekly plan. Okay, max will be every day. Physics, now suppose Monday you are studying physics, Tuesday you will study biology, Wednesday you will study physics. So this is how you plan physics. And language, suppose Monday you are studying English, Tuesday you study Hindi, Wednesday Telugu. Okay, English, Hindi, Telugu. So that's how you will plan this. Right? Is this clear? Now for some students, social might be very easy. So there what you can do is, here social you can make it a 40-minute learning, and then remaining 20 minutes, suppose if physics and biology is really tough for you, this 20 minutes you can keep it for your bio. Getting my point? So timetable is flexible depending on your preparation level till now, and how do you want to manage your time, right? But this is a framework, do follow this framework. Okay, and yes, that's it. So I covered all the concepts which I can tell you. And you will have a weekly, please have a weekly timetable, so that every Sunday you can sit and analyze whatever you have studied, whether your timetable have went correctly or not, and then you can prepare the next week's timetable, right? And everyday self analysis is really important, so that you will not waste the same time again in the same way. Okay, and you will have to test yourself, and when you test yourself you will have to self check, right? And not only this, so from Monday, in our YouTube, from Monday you will have classes for your max. Okay, so as I told you, we'll start from Feb 15th our preparation. So from Monday we will have classes on YouTube also for max, and other subjects also I'm planning accordingly. So if you have any efficient teachers, you can even pass on this information for them. We will pay them, and we have few teachers with us, so we will be starting our work soon. So before that, you complete your school work. As I told you, any pending work you'll complete it in February 13 14. Today and tomorrow you please complete your school work. and we'll start from February 15th. Okay, so stay positive, let's have a dhamaka, don't worry. So I'm with you, and if any changes are needed in your timetable, if anything is needed, if you have any doubts, you can always mail me, you can comment me here, and you can tell me your feedback. Okay, and also tell me how did you like the strategy video. You were waiting for it for so long, so tell me how did you like the video. I made the video very practical, very clear, and very genuine. I'm not asking for you to sit for 8 and 10 hours, because that is not possible, right? So do follow this timetable, do make a timetable, right? And I will meet you on Monday with the reduced syllabus, and we will start a preparation from Monday. All the best, all the best, you will do the best. So don't worry, stay positive, and I'll meet you. Share this video to all your friends. Okay, so share it with everyone, let everyone subscribe the channel and like the channel, so that even I will get motivation to do more and more for you. Thank you, thanks a lot.